Hey everybody, welcome back to TechOdyssey. So today I'm here with a new phone. And this is the Pixel 5a 5G. I'm just going to call it the Pixel 5a. Pretty much everything that's new now has 5G in it, if it's from Google or Apple or Samsung or wherever. Ta-da! This is the box. And I'm going to take it out of the box so you can see the unboxing stuff. I have a lot of questions about this phone. And most of them revolve around why. Because it's 95% identical to the Pixel 4a 5G that just came out about 11 months ago. Same processor, same camera, same speakers, same storage, same memory, same mostly everything. I mean, it does have a bigger battery, which is fantastic, and it has a textured power button. There are a couple other small nuanced details, but I have questions, and that's what I want to talk about in this video, and we're going to do the unboxing just so you can see what's in there. It still comes with a power brick. I'm sorry I ruined the surprise. But before we get into this, though, I do want to say if this is your first time stopping by the channel, thank you for being here. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Let's talk about the Pixel 5a. So I've already taken the phone out of the box, but this is like a redux unboxing. I wanted to go back and show you so you can actually see what's inside of here. SIM ejector tool. We've got a small pocket up top which has the documentation, which nobody actually reads. And then we have the 18-watt power brick, which is a USB-C adapter. And to go along with it, we have the adapter for the USB Type A to Type C. You can do all your data transfer. And then a USB-C to USB-C cable. You have everything you need in the box to get you set up and hit the ground running day one as soon as you open this up and buy it. So that's it for this short unboxing. So here we have the Pixel 5a. You can throw the 5G on there if you want. The Pixel 4a 5G came out last year. We called it the 4a 5G because there was a 4a version and there was a 4a 5G version. The 4a version had a lesser processor. It had a smaller screen. It didn't have 5G. There were some differences there, so we needed to call it and qualify it and say the 5G. There is no 5A. There's just the 5A 5G that I'm going to call the 5A. Still has the same 12 megapixel camera, the same 16 megapixel wide angle camera. It still has the fingerprint sensor right there, the same one we've had for a long time. It works really well. What I don't like though is see how close this proximity is to the camera, and then see how much real estate you have between there. When I'm holding the phone, my finger is just short of where the fingerprint sensor is. Like, I wish it were maybe 3/4 of an inch down. Of course, some people have larger hands. It's not a problem. That's just a personal, hey, I wish this were lower. Because it is a tall phone. It has a 6.34 inch screen on it. It's got a 0.1 inch bigger screen than the Pixel 4a 5G. Same processor, same 5G, same cameras. It does have this really classy textured power button though. That's light green. I do like that. I believe the name of the color is almost black. It's more of kind of a gray color to it. And the body on this is actually very interesting. So one of the changes you wouldn't notice, just taking a glance at it, is the phone is not actually made out of plastic. It has like this soft touch coating on it. It actually has a metal unibody design. So it's a single piece of metal that they shoved everything into here, threw a screen in there, and breathed life into it and called it a phone. And then they put this soft touch coating. It's kind of like a flat matte finish to it. I'm going to tell you, at first I thought it was plastic. Stereo speakers. It has a USB-C charging port. It comes with the 18-watt charging brick in the box, so that's good. From what I can tell, though, and what they're saying, this is the last one that's getting a powered adapter. So the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro, they're going to charge you more money for it, and they're not going to give you a power brick. And then I'm going to be mad at them, too. See, I'm already mad at Apple. I'm mad at Samsung. I guess they figured, hey, we'll jump on the gravy train and save ourselves a couple of bucks even though we're going to charge you more money than ever. I guess that's where phones are at nowadays. And it's very, very frustrating to me. I don't like it. Now, 8 megapixel camera on the front. It's got a 6.34 inch screen on it. 6.3 inches. And it's got a pretty small bezel around the edges. It actually looks nice. It's an OLED panel, 1080p, just over 400 pixels per inch. Not too shabby. It's a nice looking screen. Also, when it comes to the screen, it's only 60 Hertz on the refresh rate. I really wish it were 90. We've seen that with the Pixel 4, the 4 XL, the Pixel 5. They didn't do it with the 4a or the 4a 5G last year. I know this is an A-series device. I really think that would have gone the extra mile, especially since this is probably going to have to last us a little while until we see another Google Pixel mid-tier phone. But it is the A series. I guess if you want a 90 hertz, you could go buy the Pixel 5, which is mostly identical in many ways, but still a little bit more chunk of change and harder to find, and also a year older at this point. So there is that. The battery life on this, tremendous. It's like a 4680 milliamp battery. That's going to last you basically for forever. Like if you sat down and you drew a timeline from now to forever, that's how long the battery will last you. I'm joking, of course. But 4600 plus milliamps is huge, especially with the Snapdragon 765. A big boost over last year's Pixel 4a 5G with like 3800 milliamps. So that right there is a huge reason if you're looking at getting this from like a previous older Pixel device and you really, really need the battery life for the same, basically everything equal experience with the Pixel 5. So really cool there, and that big battery is going to be a huge selling point for this phone. So also it has IP67 dust and water resistance. That's cool. You get protection up to half an hour, up to I believe 1 meter of water. My policy, and if you've watched any of my other videos, is stay away from water. Electronics don't belong in the water. Even though we have technology that protects them if they fall in the water, it's not designed to go scuba diving or go snorkeling or playing water polo and taking selfies. And I just realized my lights aren't on back there. Bad form. So let's change the colors here real quick. So what color can we have that goes with the Pixel? Purple or light blue. That's kind of like, it's almost like a Obi-Wan Kenobi blue on the lightsaber, but it's actually a hint of purple. Not quite my shirt either. So I do like the phone. It's very good. $449. It's actually cheaper than the Pixel 4a 5G was last year. I would hope so. I would kind of expect that. It's the same hardware. So a lot of the times when you talk about prices on hardware, you got to pay for it up front. Last year was the first year of the Snapdragon 765G. This year is the second year, so I would expect it to be cheaper. I think that Google just had some of them laying around. I feel like this is kind of a lazy product. And if they didn't have their brand new processor coming out in the Pixel 6, I would be more inclined to believe that. I feel like this is a stopgap phone. And things got messed up last year. The Pixel 4a was supposed to originally come out in like April or May last year. It ended up coming out, what, August? Now we have the Pixel 5a 5G here in the middle of August. And we're going to have the new Tensor chip that's made by Google in there. I really think that they just wanted to get this out the door. I'm not expecting a Pixel 6a to come out very early in next year. So if they didn't make the Pixel 5a 5G, then there would be kind of a large gap in between phones because the Pixel 4a 5G and the Pixel 5 came out towards the fourth quarter of last year. And now we're going to have the Pixel 6 and the 6 Pro. Those are going to be in a whole nother caliber. New cameras, new processor, like crazy out the rear, all sorts of great things that they're going to do with those. And I'm really excited about it. This one, it's a very good, very capable phone. It's going to make a lot of people happy. I don't see any problem. They're going to offer the same level of support. The Snapdragon 765G works very much like a flagship processor for day-to-day tasks. So, I mean, honestly, it's more powerful than on most things like Google, Chrome, and Twitter than the OnePlus 9 Pro after they throttled it. I wish I had a sound for crickets. I really could have played that there. So, I like what they did here from a cost performance perspective. I think that it's a good phone. It's going to get operating system and security updates for at least 3 years. Of course, Android 12 is right around the corner. So it's going to get Android 12, Android 13, and Android 14. It probably won't ever see 15. By then, who knows what the phone landscape is going to be like. But this phone's going to be taken care of. It's got a headphone jack on there. No wireless charging. It does have stereo speakers that are actually quite nice. And it's got 128 gigabytes of storage that's not expandable. It has one SIM card slot, but it also has an eSIM, so you can roll that way. And it has 6 gigabytes of RAM. Very capable. We've seen all this last year. We know what this phone can do. For the most part, it's going to allow you to do everything on a day-to-day basis. You're going to be able to take good quality pictures. The video is going to be okay. It shoots 4K at 60 frames per second. One thing I've noticed, so I've been using this just today. Like, you're watching this tomorrow, which is today your time. I just got this. I shot a bunch of pictures with it. They look good. They look just like the Pixel 5, just like the Pixel 4a, just like the Pixel 4a 5G. Some sharp photos. Here, you can see some examples here. I went walking outside with my wife, took some pictures of her. Really makes taking pictures quite easy. It makes any camera look good for the most part. But yes, I went and I took some pictures. They look good. I think you're going to be very happy with this if you decide to pick it up. I think at $450, there's not a whole lot of room there to really complain about. I wish they would have been a little bit more inventive. I would have liked to have seen a Snapdragon like a 770, 778, something like that. I think it would have gone a little bit longer in the whole appreciation for what they've done here. It's only going to be available in, I believe, the US. I don't even think all of North America. I think just the US and Japan. That kind of tells me they just had some stuff laying around. I'm surprised it has a 6.3-inch screen, and I guess they had to differentiate it some way, and there wasn't a whole lot of cost involved to go from a 6.2 to a 6.3, but it's not a bad phone. I do have some concerns with the camera. I'm hoping they're going to get addressed. Hopefully by the time I get around to my full review in about 2 weeks, I will be able to say, hey, they fixed this. There was a software patch. There are some overheating issues that were noticed by some other fellow tech YouTubers and myself. I was having some severe shutter lag just taking pictures. Having the camera app on outside about 86 degrees, walking around in the evening, taking some pictures, I was getting some like 7 to 10 second shutter lag. It was freezing up. It wouldn't let me take pictures. And I know some people that were getting like the overheating warning just from shooting some 1080p at 30 frames per second video in about some 90-degree weather. So I don't think this is a huge issue just because Google has already messed with the Snapdragon 765. They know how to use it. They put it in the Pixel 5. They put it in the Pixel 4a 5G. It's in the Pixel 5a now. So I think maybe it's just some sort of a software related issue. I expect this to be fixed fairly quickly. I don't want to gloss over that. If this ends up being like a big problem later, I don't want to be like, oh, I missed that one. But, you know, it's something, learning curve, pains. It just came out today. I'm expecting some sort of a maintenance patch. It's still got the like June security patch on it. So they don't have a new software update for this yet. It just came out today. I expect within the first 2 weeks we'll probably get that. Hopefully it fixes and addresses the issue. Google's pretty good about that stuff. Good phone though. I think at the price, it's a good pickup. And you can't really go wrong with it if you want something in this price point. If you're looking at $450, you're probably not searching too much for a $700, $800, $1,100 flagship phone. In this offering, you get other phones kind of like the Nord with the OnePlus. You get some Motorola phones. You get the Samsung Galaxy, like the A71, A72 kind of stuff. I think this is still going to have a better camera performance, and it takes amazing photos. You get the regular great pictures, the portrait photos, you get the astro photography stuff you can do. You can get the time lapse. You can get the 4K at 60 frames per second video. It's got a lot of good things going for it. You can play your Call of Duty mobile if you want. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to double back around to this later, do my full review on it. This is just my unboxing, first impressions. Kind of a just why does it exist kind of question, because it's really an odd offering at an odd time. But if it weren't for the fact that they were having their new processor come out with their new flagship phones basically in like 2 months, I would look into it more. But I think that they just wanted to push this out the door, at least in some of the mainstream markets where it's popular, just to give us hold us over for a year or so until we get around to the next mid-tier phone. Because if they didn't, we got the last ones around the fall of last year. If they didn't do one this year, that would be 2 years without a new phone. Even though it's the same hardware, but still, you get longer OS support and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. Neat little phone here. And that's all I've got. So if you have any questions or comments, things you want me to look at while I'm reviewing this, please let me know. Sound off in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.